Good morning, beautiful Alma Barrero, originally from Spain, but now in
That's right.
Australia, in Sydney, Australia, no? Because I'm in Spain.
That's right. Life is just amazing.
So you arrived so far to Australia and you are a style and empowerment coach.
That
Can you
is
tell me a
right.
little, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself?
Yes. So my focus when it comes to style, it is really about bringing out all our pure essence and who we are from the inside out. And what I'm really good at is helping others to bring out their gifts and create a connection with their wardrobe so they can make a bigger difference in this world.
Okay. And today we are going to talk about the ultimate keys to unlock effortless style. Oh,
That's
it's so
right.
exciting because when I saw you, how you dressed, I immediately told you that you dressed amazing and the colors are so fit you so nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So this is one, now that you bring the colors, I think we can talk about one of the first keys. And is that for me, one of the most important keys to achieve effortless style is to be able to identify certain color and even your own color palette that actually aligns with your own energetic imprint. So there are many different color systems, and the one that I follow, it's actually aligned with you energetically, and that means that has a very interesting effect every time you put it on. And every single day, I get a comment like the one you made, because the colors that I wear help me express myself so much better, because they hit home. They make me feel like I'm at home. So color is definitely an important one. So for anybody that would like to know what colors make them like make them help no make them go out and
Like
and
shine.
conquer the world, yeah, and bring up the best features to themselves. Those are colors that they've always felt connected to. And it's not that you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I know what color I'm going to wear. I always recommend finding a good professional that helps you find them. But it is about those colors that people look at when you wear them. People look at you and tell you how amazing you look. And it's not, they are not necessarily talking about color, uh, but more about how good you look, or how shiny you look, or how attractive you look. Those are really good keys and hints to know that a color might be aligned with your own energetic imprint.
Mhm. Can you tell me a little bit about how did you arrive to be a stylist and what are you doing? How do you help to women to look attractive and amazing, feel attractive and amazing, and with the things that they have in the wardrobe?
Yeah. So I was very little when I already knew that helping others feel good with themselves was something that I wanted to do. And when I was a little girl, I was the tallest in my class, and I was always the biggest, and I always felt like I just wanted to
You.
have. Yeah. So I remember watching this movie. I was a teenager, and I watched this movie called The Kid by Bruce Willis. And he was an image consultant. And when I saw that movie and I saw what he was doing, and how he was able to bring out anybody's gifts, just giving them a few tips, I was like, that's it. This is what I want. So at the time, the career didn't exist in Spain. And I was like, I have no idea, but I'm going to become that. I ended up becoming a financial auditor in Spain. And my friends were like, yeah, this woman is crazy. You know, like she's talking about image and da 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 and fashion and da da da. And here she is like auditing in companies. And then when we moved to Canada 11 years ago, I found my mentor and the one who taught me everything about image consulting. And I didn't really get exactly what I wanted when I started working, because I was just like doing color analysis and etiquette and communication and da da da. And I was helping others feel like feel confident with their clothes. But there was something else missing. And in the last years, after doing a lot of self-development and self-help and transformational coaching, like growth in my own life and trainings, I have now blended and I help them to shine, but from the inside out, and to truly find who they are and their essence and what they are proud of, and channel that through their clothes.
So like every woman, doesn't matter how she look like, can shine from with little changes, little different changes of color, of style, can the women can look totally different.
Yes. So here is how I see it. We are born with our own power, okay? And of course, we call it personal power. And I see that, by the way, while we are growing up, we just give our power away, and we are taught to fit into different molds. What I do is I help my clients to understand that there is no mold for them, that they are their own unique um, pattern, and they are their own unique imprint. And when we focus on bringing out whatever makes us unique, which we all have it, our power expands, and you really don't need to try to intuitively get dressed, because you understand who you are and how you want to show it to the world. So like even like today I'm wearing, and I do it on purpose, like I wear the most basic pieces you can imagine. But for instance, a shirt, this is like a loose shirt, but it makes me feel comfortable at the same time as stylish and also smart. It makes me feel smart, like, and it makes me feel seen, and it frames my face, right? It's all a matter of understanding how you can use clothes to make the most of what you have instead of focusing on what you don't have. that's that's a very important key, to find effortless style. Then for instance, I wear a necklace that you don't really see it, but it's got pearls in it. I'm a big pearl girl. So
Beautiful.
this is like a sign for me to show who I am, and that pearls don't need to be for classic and boring, or super traditional style, but I can make them mine, and such and such.
Mm,
That's how I see it. I don't see that we need to go into elaborated style, but more into true and simple style that makes us feel seen, heard, and also helps us to show up in the most confident way, because that's how we're going to help others best.
mhm. So in the keys we spoke about colors. What
Yes.
else?
I
What
have
else
just
about color?
mentioned one, and it was, what was it?
The colors.
Yes, and I have just said one and I forgot. But anyway, simplicity and focusing on what makes you shine. So
Mm,
what makes Alma shine, for instance? Okay, what makes my heart sing? I love polka dots. I love red lipstick. I love golden studs. I love simple, comfortable style. What makes you feel you? Like, do not worry about fashion trends or what others are expecting you to wear, but first focus on what makes you feel you. Even if you have to backtrack to when you were 6 years old, and think about what colors or what patterns make you feel yourself and were your favorite, and you wouldn't allow your mom to take them off. And you always wanted to wear the same thing, even if you have to go back to that, because that's going to help you to have a clear sense of who you truly are, because that inner child is also part of who you are today, right?
Mhm. And if I like so much something, but it's not my colors, or it's not like, because people doesn't have this ability, natural ability to find their right colors, or if something is very comfortable for me, but it looks awful, so it's not my colors, it's not my. So what do you suggest to your clients in that case? So how do you advise in general to find your something that you look amazing in it?
um okay, can you repeat the question, because like there were many comments and now I'm like,
I
so
mean,
the
that people like me that doesn't know how to. So if I like something very nice, but it's not my colors, or it doesn't fit me good, but I feel good in that, but it
yes,
doesn't
okay.
transmit, or it's not my colors.
Okay, so now I know why I wanted you to ask to repeat the question. Thank you so much, because I had something popping up in my head, and then when you were talking about other comments, I was like, oh, it's gone. Okay, so I do have a quote that I love, and it's called and it says, "When there is a will, there is a way." I worked with an amazing client, and I have a very good story to refer to this. I had an amazing client last year who was 65, and came to me because she wanted to feel seen and she wanted to feel good in what she was wearing, and she wanted to make effortless style a reality in her life. And I always ask my clients, if there were no limits whatsoever, what would you like to see in your wardrobe when you open it? Like, don't think about age, because I hate when people limit themselves because of age, or don't think about trends, or don't think about anything. And she told me, okay, if there were no limits, I would love to wear my granddaughter's tutu dress. And obviously you might say, oh, of course, but she cannot wear that. And I always say, when there is a will, there is a way. And by the end of our process, she was able to replicate that dress into her own version. So she, in other words, she basically made it her own. We found a skirt that she even loved even more, because it was much more appealing to her coloring, and also had this tutu effect. And the top that she was wearing was making the most of her beautiful natural curves. So when you say, I really want to wear that, but it just looks crap on me, I'm like, do not give up, ever. Ever, because there is
Okay.
always a way. And people are like, oh, you wear red lipstick, but it looks awful on me. And I'm like, no, you just need to find your red. So keep trying, keep trying other shades, keep trying other versions, because there is always a way. If you feel so attracted to that specific style, there is a reason. And maybe journaling will help you to understand what it is about that piece that you feel so attracted to. Find it, because that's what you want, like something you feel so connected to.
So you say, if I'm hearing you correct, that you need to go with your really what you like to wear and find the exact shirt or dress that will fit you in this style, or this, your favorite that you never wear. So not to give up on your dreams because of fashion, or because of what people say, just to wear the things that you like, but find the version for your age or for your body. Find the right
Yeah,
version.
exactly. And what you will find is that once you find that piece, you'll realize that you like it even more than the one you were looking for at the beginning, because you made it yours, and that makes it so much more special to you.
Mhm. So, can you give me more example of women that had like ideas that doesn't fit their age, and what did you suggest them to do, or how did you help them to dress according to their crazy, crazy ideas or crazy
Yes.
look
So
good?
there is another very typical situation, and is that the client comes to me and she's wearing this sweater that not I don't really follow conventional style tools. I follow the client's unique pattern. Okay, so according to conventional rules, this looks horrible on me, and my daughter told me that I look terrible on it in it. And I looked at her and I was like, how do you feel? And she was like, I love it so much. But now, after she told me this, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, pay attention to the person who is giving lovingly, I want to assume, their feedback. Okay. Is their style like, do you admire their sense of a style? So I did ask this question to my client, and she was like, definitely not. Like, my daughter has the complete opposite style to me. I would never wear what she wears. And I was like, okay, so how about you listen first to yourself, to your intuition, and also receive only feedback from those who really understand who you are and what you want to showcase, right? And in this case, my client was a very creative woman, and she wanted to showcase that, and she looked amazing in her top. But obviously, depending on the person who receives it on the other end, the impressions are going to be different, and it is up to us to decide if we're going to allow that to take our power away or owning it.
Oh, this is amazing point, because we ask our husbands all the time, does it look good on me? And they don't understand anything. And you love the something so much, and then you don't buy it because your husband said this doesn't look good on you. But you know what I'm thinking now? We don't trust our own ability to decide and to love ourselves enough to buy the things that we really like. We always just our sister, how does it look on me? This is nice, this is not nice. This doesn't matter. If you like it and if you look good on that, you just buy it.
100%. And I always say the same. I say this sentence, I think, every week with my friends, and it's like, oh my God, that's it. It always ends up in the same place, looking inside and trusting ourselves and listening to what our intuition was saying. That's it. With a style, it also works like that, 100%. I cannot even tell you the amount of times that I've bought a dress and my husband was like, yeah, whatever. Like, we were in the store and he was like, nah, that's your style. I know what she means. And then I wear it on the day and he's like, actually, you look amazing. It's happened so many times that I'm now like, whenever, of course, I love his feedback. I love it, but I never make it mine. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. And then I decide, but I don't make it more important that what my intuition and what my own wisdom is saying.
Exactly. We need to keep the power in ourselves, not to give it away. That's what we always think, that other people know better than us about ourselves. I always say, because my spouse always wearing different kind of pants that doesn't look so good, but he said I like it, and I wear it. For me, it's look awful, but I'm so happy that he just wear it because he like it, and it doesn't it doesn't matter. It reminds me actually a series of in the television many years ago about couples and the things that they fighting about. And there was a couple that he was always dressing like Hawaiian shirts with, I don't know, melons and watermelons, and a really really colorful. And his wife was hate she hate these shirts, and he was everywhere with this with this style. And I like so much what you say, that this what he feels good with this shirt. Doesn't matter if his wife doesn't hate this shirt so much, but this is his personality and we need to respect it. And this is
Yeah.
a big lesson for me today. About me asking my husband, who doesn't understand anything in styling, if it's nice. And you know, many times I didn't buy because he said it's not nice. I didn't bought the things that I liked.
Yeah. And referring to what you were mentioning about those men, and I like, I have a book that is about to come out, and one of the
Woohoo!
first things I'm so excited. And one of the first things that I mentioned
Congratulations.
is that I don't think that you need to nail your style to be happy or to be successful or to reach anywhere. And if beauty and looking good and nice things are at a high level in your value scale, then this is a key component in your life. But for so many people, it's not. And so what? Like that's not like I don't think there is anything to judge about that. And I've had so many people that had tried to send me their husbands and they were no interested whatsoever. And it's like, I'm sorry, but I cannot want it more than your husband. It's not possible. So there has to be some interest and some and it need to be intrinsically of value there for you to want to change, right? For you to want to portray that in your image.
Also, I think that um, I just finished a leadership course of 4 months, and the one of the main issues that we spoke about is what we transmit, what how we are being. So our energy is more important than any things that we wear. Of course, it's but the energies that we transmit is the energies that bring everything to our life. So if we feel so good with something ugly, but we have the right energy.
Exactly. And I always say that it is really important to dress um, having your point B in mind. And your point B is in mind is where you want to arrive, like where you are focusing on getting to. Okay, because that is also reinforcing your vibration to attract that point B instead of working from point A. So we have point A and we have point B. If we want to reach to point B, if we want to, this is our ultimate goal, but we be and do everything according to that being on in point A, it's really difficult that you're going to make it to point B. But if we be as the person who would be in point B, and dressing is a big important, it's a good example on how we can raise our vibration to match that point B, then it is one more shortcut to get there easily.
So you mean if you would like to be successful in business, start to dress like that and get to this energy? That's what you say?
Well, to my corporate clients, this is one of the number one lessons that we have, and it's to dress for the position that you want to reach, not the position where you are right now. So this is like a very, very important and also basic condition to think about what you want to dress. But if you translate it to how I work with my clients, when you think about your vision and how you see yourself being the most successful and at whatever you want in your business, in your life, anywhere. I always help my clients to get into that visualization and see how they feel in their clothes they are wearing, not necessarily see what they are wearing, because
Sorry.
that's part, bless you, that's part of the process, but at least feel how they are feeling and have a clear idea of what's like, what vibe they are perceiving in that vision.
Okay. So yes, we always talk about to feel and to live like the person we would like to be. So yeah, starting with how we dress, how we
Yes.
dress. That's why I like so much the North Face and the traveling, the traveling pants, because my life is traveling. So for me, the most comfortable is my sandals and my North Face shoes and jacket. So because this is my vision, that's how I want to live, just traveling,
Ah, that's amazing. That's so
traveling
amazing.
style. Perfect. Um, I would like to ask you also, there is anything that you learned from your clients during all these years, helping them to get dressed or style? What your clients, what wisdom did you get from your clients? Or how did you grow thanks to their inspiration? What you learned from them, from women, helping women?
I've learned so much with each client. The biggest lesson and the and the trigger, the biggest trigger for me to write my book was realizing that even though I was helping all these people to dress in a way that made them feel themselves, there were only a few that were achieving real transformation inside. And I realized that um, those who were taking the time to actually tune in to who they really are and bring it out before working on the clothing were the ones who were able to feel confident and keep going without me. Whereas the ones who were focusing only on the external would come back to me all the time, would be like, oh my God, I need you again. I need you again. So um,
Mhm.
I the aspect of the energy you were saying was very important, but I always ask my clients to tap into that inner sense and that feeling of what that garment is making them feel. And the ones who actually take the time to tap into that are the ones who actually develop that special muscle that helps them wake up in the morning and intuitively know what to wear. So this was something that it took me a long time to understand, because the results on the outside were the same, but on the long term were very different. With one client really reaching the next level, and the other one just staying where they were because they weren't really doing the inner work. So that for me has been yeah, has been the biggest lesson.
Mhm.
And for me too.
Well, now with the social media that is so strong, and I understand and I learned that as much as authentic we are, this is our power. So if we try to be like everybody, we lose our power. The power is in being ourselves, in being authentic, and in not being having the fear to be different and
Yes.
speak our real voice, and now to wear our own clothes and not be shame or guilt or any. So the inner confidence and authenticity is the most important. and
100.
the change and the energies from inside
100.
out, not from outside in.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And the energy is perceivable always, like no matter what, everything is energy. So um, people might not be able to pinpoint, as I say, on a 3D level, what might be like what the disconnection might be. But when somebody is not showing up at their highest potential, and not at their highest potential only, but at their authentic as their authentic selves, um, but their subconscious for sure is able to pick up on that. And there are many ways to understand that and to explain that, but energy is a big one, and that magnetism um, and that message of warmth and welcoming is very easy to create when you are dressing and feeling that you're owning that uniqueness that you have, for sure. And we're talking with a woman that has, like, i've I've gone through all the phases, like trying to be like that and model one thing and model the other and model the other, and it wasn't until stopped and became a mother, and the whole world like stopped, and I was like, okay, we can't keep pretending this is what I like, because what I like is actually going deeper and blending all my worlds, my spiritual world, my transformational coaching world, my style world. And once I was able to get rid of all the what are they going to say and what if and da 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 and da da da, people started connecting with me at levels that I've never experienced ever in my life. So at this level, there is no competence. It's just you showing up and giving your best and serve, which is my ultimate goal.
So for the women that listening to this interview, uh, mm, you inviting them to get service of you of connecting to their own body and their own style. So what kind, how do you work? You're doing group work or private?
At
How,
the moment,
what
at the
services
moment,
do you give to the women, to the women?
yes. At the moment, I'm working more one-on-one. I do have a group program, but I'm focusing a lot on one-on-one, and we'll be launching a group program later in the year. Um, and doing this concierge type of work has been really powerful. What I focus on is to helping men and women. I
Mm.
work with both to actually reclaim that power and to feel confident making their style choices, so that when we finish our time together, they don't need me anymore.
Okay, perfect. So we will have all your information in your bio. And I'm so happy to have you here today with me, Alma.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
Alma. And thank you so much. Anything else that you want to share about
I want to
your
thank
life
you.
in Australia, about fashion, about anything?
Um, my life in Australia. I mean, I live in beautiful Sydney. I'm a mom of two little boys, and we live very happy here. Even in these times, we are very lucky. But I want to thank you and just say that I feel very honored to be here and to be able to share my perspective on what style means to me, and that I truly see the potential in everybody, and we all have that capacity to show up at our best. And it is my duty, my pleasure to be of service and help you bring that out 100%.
Alma, by the way, how long you are with this styling issue? You're a stylist.
How long have I been in the industry?
Mhm.
11 years now.
11 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can make every woman beautiful as she is, only
Yeah.
to you take out and show her who is she really is.
Yeah, I focus on proactivity and always highlighting. So we never focus on what camouflaging or hiding
Mhm.
as a priority, but always on bringing out what makes you you and that shine of yours. And it's truly magical. Yeah.
Wow, love that, Alma. Thank you so much, beautiful. Love you
Thank
so
you.
much, and kisses from Spain. Bye.
Bye.